So when you first plug it in, it's gonna be either pressure can or boiling water can. So I choose pressure can. And then how many minutes you're gonna pressure can for. We're gonna do these quarts for 25 minutes. So it's telling me to insert my jars. So I will do that. So first I filled my container up to the first line, and then each of your jars you're gonna fill up and put in. So I have found that you can fit 5 small mouth quart jars and 1 wide mouth 1.5 pints. That's my pro tip for you today. So then from here on out, it's easy peasy lemon squeezy. So put the lid on, twist it to lock it, then push this arm down and twist this. Then you're gonna make sure that this is on vent, and we've inserted our jars. So we're gonna hit play, and it warms for as long as it takes the jars to warm up. Once the jars are all the way warm, it will beep a certain number of times. I don't know how many. And it tells you on the instructions. But once it beeps, it basically will tell you on here, it'll say fill jars. Then you dump the warm water out, fill what you're filling with, put your lids on, put them back in, hit play again, and that's really all there is to it. And it takes about the same time as a stovetop pressure canner. It comes from Presto. It's called the Presto Precise Digital Pressure Canner. And so far, I've been very happy with it. I enjoy that it does not sit on the stovetop, so I have plenty of other space on my stovetop for the millions of other things that you have on your stovetop when you're canning. So you have, you know, your pot of whatever you're cooking. You have a pot for your boiling water to clean your jars and your lids with. So although I don't think they recommend you do that with your lids anymore. I have to double check that. Don't take my word for that. Look up the official safe canning instructions on the USDA. And yeah, it doesn't hold a lot. It definitely doesn't hold as much as my 23 quart. It's the same size as my 23 quart stovetop pressure canner, but it holds not even half the amount, which for me is fine because I don't usually do huge batches of pressure canning. You know, what I'm pressure canning usually is broth, and I'm doing small batches of that. And I pressure can green beans as I harvest them, so they're usually in small batches. And that's really all I pressure can. I know that I'm missing out on a lot by not doing more than that, but that's my safe space right now, and maybe I'll add more to that later. Maybe I won't. I don't know. But my plan is to videotape all the steps. The whole process takes about 3 hours, so I don't know for how long we'll have good light because it's already 6:30 in the evening. I will hopefully get this done before bedtime though. And actually, once it's finished, like once you get to the last step of starting the actual pressure canning sequence, there's not much to do after that. It takes a lot of time because the unit itself has to heat up, get to pressure, and then actually pressure can for the set amount of minutes. And then it has to cool off, which is actually the longest step. And the cooling off.
Mom, are you making dinner?
Yes, I'm making dinner.
Okay, I'm sorry. No.
Hold on, I'm making a video, don't interrupt.
Okay.
I lost my train of thought. was I talking about? Oh, the cooling down process takes an hour or more sometimes, but there's not really a whole lot for me to manage. So I would feel comfortable at that point going to bed if it wasn't finished, because it will just turn off. I'm not sure that I will go to bed. I probably will stay up until it's finished, but I'm just saying, you could. All right, that's it for now. See you again when there's something else exciting happening. Okay, so it beeped. And now it says fill jars. So that's what we're gonna do. Open away from you. That's my pro tip. Thank you.
He's a pig. Dad, what are hot dogs made? What?
Hold still.
Or cherry?
I know it hurts.
What is this?
Stop, stop.
Okay, there you go. You're all patched up. I do some first aid. So now that we are done filling the jars, put the lid back on. Make sure it still says vent, because just like a regular pressure canner, it's gonna vent for a few minutes. That's all automated, but you still have to make sure that it can. So then hit go, and it heats, and it will beep when it's time to turn this from vent to can. And that's it. And then you're done until the cans are done. No watching the clock, no waiting for the little wait to bubble, no sitting here watching the dial. Set it and forget it. Don't forget it, but set it, and then you can go do something else. Oh, wait, can you wait on the harmonica? All right, so we're rocking and rolling now, and it says put regulator on. So now all you have to do is turn this from vent to can, and then it'll go. So now it knows that that's on, and the timer popped up for 25 minutes, and now you really can just leave it. It's all done. But I will log back in and check back in with you all when I open it up and let you know the results. Okay, so it's all finished. It says cool. It's cooling down, but the little thing has not popped down, so it's not safe to open it yet. So we'll just let it sit for a little while longer till it's done. It's all done. I did turn the lid already, just like I would have taken the weight off of a regular pressure canner. But now we're just, or crack, you know, some people like crack it and then put it back down. I've done that already. Still got a decent boil going on in there. that's all she wrote, folks. I'm gonna leave this overnight because I actually have more to do. So, just gonna leave it set up for now. Worry about it later. And it is 10:51 p.m. I probably could have opened this like a half an hour ago, but I did not. So yeah, I feel like 6:30 to 10:30-ish. Probably not too bad. It was 4 hours. 4 hours. And I had a lot of distractions kind of happening in between. I would have not been able to do this on the stove. So I'm glad I have this. It's a very good purchase. I'm happy.